All right. Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. Good morning. Good morning. It's great to be here at Florida's beautiful John D. MacArthur Beach State Park in Palm Beach County. Please grab a seat. Thank you. And of course, we're honored to have so many wonderful elected officials and community leaders here. I want to just recognize very briefly Representative Mike Caruso, Representative Peggy Gossett-Seidman, Mayor. Where's Mayor? There. Hi, how are you, Mayor? Good to see you, Mayor Gerwig. And of course, joined by Mara Gambineri, Deputy Secretary for Land and Recreation at the Department of Environmental Protection. We've got Colonel Roger Young, the Executive Director of FWC. We also have with us Captain Dan Barrow from South Florida, a fishing guide, someone I was getting a little bit of tips and tricks of the trade, so you'll hear from all of them shortly. But I do want to thank you all for being here. It's an important day. It's a beautiful day, in fact, to talk about the wonderful work that the governor and I have been doing, making sure that Floridians are really benefiting from all of the natural resources, all of the beautiful state parks, and all of the great recreational activities we have here. Governor DeSantis and I recognize that the reckless spending at the federal level by the Biden administration has really impacted Floridians and in some cases has impacted summer vacation plans. So while Biden is off on the beach enjoying having a great time on vacation, Governor and I are working hard and understanding that the difficult decisions so many Florida families are having to make. So we're excited to be talking about the tax relief package that the governor signed into law, working with our partners in the legislature, and that economic benefit that Floridians are feeling from the historic tax relief package that we've done. We know that our administration has been focused on ensuring that Florida's economy is thriving, and that's why you see so many great statistics. We're always proud to tout Florida's economy. We're always proud to tout that we are the fastest growing economy in the nation. We're proud to tout that we are #1 for tourism. We are #1 for economic freedom, fastest growing state, as I mentioned, and also #1 in net migration. So all of that paints a really great economic picture for Florida, but we're never content to rest on our laurels, which is why the governor was proud to unveil his tax package and work with the legislature and make sure that we delivered historic tax relief. And a lot of that tax relief comes in a myriad of ways. And so in many cases, you will see the governor talk about how he and Casey have 3 beautiful little kids and how she often jokes, why didn't you do this sooner when the kids were still in diapers? But we're proud that we have the permanent tax exemption on baby items and toddler items. We have this year not 1 but 2 back to school sales tax holidays, one of which is happening right now until August 6th. I know the kids don't like to talk about back to school, but it is a reality. School is coming, so make sure you get your back to school supplies this week while it's still tax free. In addition, we implemented 2 disaster preparedness sales tax holidays. So the second one will begin August 26th through September 8th. Again, we're in hurricane season. It's a beautiful day, so you really don't think about that, but we are in hurricane season, so please make sure you have a plan, that you're prepared, and that you go and take advantage of those sales tax holidays and get your hurricane relief items. In addition, Governor DeSantis worked with the legislature in making sure that we could provide toll relief. That's something in addition to tax relief. We understand commuters are stuck on the roads, they're dealing with congestion, dealing with traffic, sometimes dealing with crazy drivers, but we also wanted to provide some toll relief. And this year, Governor just yesterday announced we've given back $227 million of toll relief to frequent commuters. So again, our tax package is first of its kind, biggest in the nation. We're so excited that we're able to talk about the relief we're bringing to Florida families. And that's why today it's so important, because we're talking about our first ever Freedom Summer Sales Tax Holiday. And so this 3-month sales tax holiday, which runs from Memorial Day to Labor Day weekend, is a big part of our vision, again, for our economic freedom, making sure that Floridians could take advantage of the wonderful resources we have to offer right here at home. And they're so unique to the free state of Florida, to the beautiful things that we have going on from Key West to Pensacola. So now's a great time for you and your family to enjoy Freedom Summer. And what I'll say is you can head out on a fishing excursion, maybe with Captain Dan, with your new tax-free rod and reel, being able to bring in your trophy catch. We know that Florida is the fishing capital of the world, boating capital of the world. Together, those industries represent more than $50 billion of economic impact to the state, employs hundreds of thousands of Floridians. We have more than 1 million recreational vessels registered. And so boating, fishing, all of those related industries are so important. It's part of our DNA here in Florida. In addition, we have, you can enjoy some of your favorite fairs or festivals or concerts. Perhaps pick up a new recreational activity, whether it's paddle boarding or canoeing or surfing or kayaking. All of these things that right now we're encouraging Floridians to get out and try something new or hone in on a skill that perhaps you've developed over the years. In addition, as we are here in a beautiful state park, we want all Floridians to enjoy discounted entrances to Florida's award-winning state parks. As you know, we have over 170 parks. We have about 175 state parks, all of which are within driving distance for every single Floridian. So you could just hop in your car, get to a great state park and visit, and they're all so beautiful and so unique. I've had the privilege of visiting quite a few over my time as Lieutenant Governor, including Lovers Key State Park and Fort Myers Beach, as well as Camp Helen State Park up in the Panhandle, and again, they all have something unique to offer. So take advantage of those tax savings, take advantage of our great state parks and our recreational activities, and get out there for a tax-free good time. Next, I want you all to hear from our Deputy Secretary, Mara Gambineri.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mara Gambineri, Deputy Secretary for Land and Recreation at the Florida Department of Environmental Protection, and together with Chuck Hatcher, we oversee the 175 state parks here in Florida. With the extra savings this summer, there is no better time to get outside and enjoy the beauty of the real Florida. As part of Florida's Freedom Summer Sales Tax Holiday, all residents and visitors can now take advantage of tax-free admission and annual passes to our award-winning state parks through Labor Day. Thanks to the reduced admission so far this summer, more than 5.6 million visitors have enjoyed an estimated $1.7 million in savings. And these savings will continue all summer long. As I said, Florida offers 175 state parks, so every Floridian, no matter where you live, can explore the real Florida close to home. Our state parks deliver 2,200 miles of multi-use trails, as well as boating, camping, and other recreational opportunities. Enjoy some of the other great savings offered on recreational equipment through this sales tax holiday, such as kayaks, canoes, paddleboards, tents, hiking and fishing gear, and put it to use at a state park near you. If you're looking to beat the heat, put on your swimsuit and float down one of Florida's 72-degree crystal clear springs in your new tax-free inner tube, or duck into the always 65-degree caves at Florida Caverns State Park in Mariana. So before school is back in session, we invite you to have one last summer adventure at a Florida State Park and secure a tax-free annual pass so you can enjoy savings all year round. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Secretary, and as you heard, just such a wide array of activities that you can enjoy, and we're excited about the number of visitors that come and spend time in our state parks, but we also want to really encourage Floridians to go and check out their local state park or venture in one of their opportunities to travel throughout the state. Next, we'll hear from our Executive Director of FWC, Colonel Young.
Good morning, everybody. I am so proud to be here today promoting Florida's Freedom Summer Sales Tax Holiday. It is such a beautiful day, and what a great state park. There's so many of them around the state, and it's just an honor to be here. Florida is home to an amazing variety of fish and wildlife habitats, fish and wildlife species and wildlife and the habitats that they thrive in here in Florida. Really have a unique environment that we have so many wonderful species that we can get outside and enjoy. I want to thank Governor DeSantis and Lieutenant Governor Nunez for their continual commitment to Florida's natural resources and their unprecedented support in getting our residents outside and our visitors outside to enjoy this, and their support for the environment overall. It's been unprecedented and fantastic. During the Freedom Summer Sales period that continues through September 4th, I encourage everyone to take advantage of the savings on outdoor gear for both land and water to explore our state and create new memories outdoors. And I know, like we said, there's about 2 weeks left before school starts. What a great opportunity to get your families outside one last time and visit some of our state parks. around the state. The FWC has management interest in over 6 million acres of natural resource land, from nature centers, backcountry trails, the FWC's wildlife management areas, and the Great Florida Birding and Wildlife Trails are perfect places for your next wildlife viewing adventure. Take advantage of our free state park admission or tax-free gear to explore hiking, camping, bird watching in a part of Florida you've yet to discover. And know that cooler weather is coming soon, but not a better time right now to go out and get some of that camping gear that'll help you get out there this fall, because hopefully we'll get a relief from this heat soon and be able to enjoy the outdoors and camping gear. So get out there and get some of that camping gear now. Florida is also the fishing and boating capital of the world, like we said, with over 1,500 miles of coastline and over 3,000 inland waterways. There are tons of saltwater and freshwater opportunities, recreational opportunities statewide, and now is a great time to go get that rod, that reel, some of that tackle you've been waiting to get, and just take advantage of the great opportunity you have to kind of increase your tackle box and get out there and enjoy our waterways. And remember, Florida FWC is going to have a license-free fishing day the first Saturday in September. That's September 2nd, the first day of the holiday weekend. So we really encourage everybody to get outside on that first day of the holiday weekend, September 2nd, and enjoy a free both freshwater and saltwater fishing day for all our Florida residents. And of course, we have one more holiday weekend coming up. That's Labor Day, and I would be remiss if I didn't push a boating safety message out there to all our Florida residents and visitors, because like you said, Florida is the fishing and boating capital of the world. So remember, a couple of messages for safety. We want everybody to make sure they have all their safety gear, and again, what better time than now to go stock up on those life jackets, the safety gear, and the things that you need to keep your family safe on the water. Remember also to fly a float plan. Make sure you let somebody know where you're coming from, what time you'll be back, so in the event that you don't get home, we have a place to go look for you to get you home. And then always have a sober operator. We want everybody to have fun out there, enjoy the resources, enjoy your time on the water, but have a sober operator to get you home at the end of the day. Maintain a 360 awareness of your surroundings. Keep an eye out for those faster moving, smaller vessels like PWCs, and then always maintain slow speeds in the designated slow speed zones, and just be safe out there. So I want to thank Lieutenant Governor Nunez and Governor DeSantis for all their support for getting people outside and enjoying our beautiful environment in the state of Florida. Thank you.
And Colonel, I'm glad you did mention the amount of investment that Governor DeSantis has really put forth in terms of our environmental agenda. When we first got elected in 2018, the governor pledged to ensure that he was going to bring historic funding to the environment, everything from Everglades restoration to springs and water. And what we've seen is just a tremendous benefit. And we're so pleased that we've not only been able to make good on our promise, but overextend what we've promised and come in much higher than what the governor envisioned initially. And so we're so thankful to be able to invest billions of dollars into our environment, because we know how precious it is, and how integrated it is into our economy. And I also do want to give a round of applause to the men and women at FWC that keep us safe. So thank you all for what you do on a daily basis. And lastly, we're going to hear from Captain Barrow. I think you're going to share a few insights and the importance of what you do on a daily basis. So come on down.
Thank you. A little out of my element here. I'm usually about 1,000 yards that way in this lagoon, fishing in this lagoon. I've been fishing this lagoon as a business, as a fishing guy professionally now for this year's 18 years. So I make my living on these very waters that surround us right here. And it's just an honor to be here. Thank you, and thank you all for being here. We live in this is paradise, no doubt about it. I don't care how hot it is. We live and fish in paradise. I want to thank you, Lieutenant Governor Nunez, especially, and a big thank you out to Governor DeSantis for making every day a great day to live and work in the free state of Florida. Your administration is standing up for Florida families, and we appreciate all that you do in fighting for us. This Freedom Sales Tax holiday is making a real impact for many of us. As mentioned by Colonel Young, Florida is the fishing capital of the world, and I know that to be a fact. Florida ranks at the best state for fishing in the nation. I've been, as I said, I've been a fishing guide here for 18 years, and I know just how important it is to encourage Floridians and tourists to participate in the outdoor activities like recreational fishing. When we attract more people to participate in these activities, it helps fishing guides like myself and our local businesses statewide. But more importantly, it helps people create memories that will last a lifetime and helps them learn to care more about the beautiful fish and wildlife that we must protect and that can only be found here in the state of Florida. If I'm correct, there's an estimated 3 million anglers in the state of Florida. You think about it, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people fishing. That's a lot of money. I think, as the Colonel said, you're talking, I think, a $10 billion annual impact on the state's economy. That's a lot of money. And in order for people to fish more and do more, sometimes they gotta, in this economy, we've had to pull back a little bit. But at the same time, we're gonna keep doing what we do because we fish. Nothing's gonna stop us from doing what we do. But anything that will help us knock a little of the edge off on cost of anything is always a major plus for us. I think as far as this program, what really strikes me most is, and when you think of fishing in Florida, most people think of the $80 million fishing boat to go out and catch sailfish with, or guys like me running around a $60,000, $70,000 flats boat chasing an indoor fish. When in reality, with me, it's not about the adults. This is all about the kids, and this is where it touches home with me. I was born and raised in a fairly poor family. You have single parents out there that are struggling to make ends meet. And if that one dad or one mom can grab that kid off the couch and take him fishing because they can afford to buy those hooks and the fishing line and the little bit of bait they're going to need to go out here and go fishing off one of these bridges or along this beach for one day and put some food on the dinner table, that's where it just, my heart, that's what keeps my blood flowing in my body, is knowing things like this are helping the children statewide. Like I said, most people think it's about the big guy with the big, it's not. This is all about the kids when it comes to a guy like me, because I look at that kid fishing and I go, that's what it's all about. And programs like this are what makes taking that kid fishing possible for that parent that can't afford to do it. And I can't thank you all enough for being here, and thank you again.
Well, thank you, Captain, and you're right. It is about the kids and getting them out, and really, I don't want to plagiarize his line, but he wants to get them offline and on the line. So, so we're just so excited to talk about the summer Freedom Summer Sales Tax holiday, and we really want people to understand that it is vital to not only Florida's economy, but to the well-being of our youngsters and really making sure that people take the opportunity to enjoy all that Florida has to offer, the real Florida, as the Deputy Secretary said. In fact, my youngest is an avid fisherman, and most weekends you can find him off a bridge, on the dock. If he's lucky enough, we'll go boating and enjoy that, and he always tries to convince my husband to take him out fishing, and so being able to enjoy this sales tax-free holiday. He rarely, as a 17-year-old, is interested in what mom is doing, but when he heard me talking about this event and what we were talking about, he all of a sudden perked up and started asking me a bunch of questions. And of course, I know that's going to cost me in the end because he realizes it's tax-free, so maybe mom will splurge for a little bit more. But it is something that we're really excited about. We hope that everyone understands that this Freedom Summer tax holiday, there is something for everyone. We want you to get out and enjoy the rest of summer, and we have until Labor Day, so please make note and make sure that you're taking advantage and going out and taking advantage of what we've envisioned as really a great summer for all Floridians. So again, on behalf of Governor DeSantis and myself and all the team that's here with us today, we thank you for being here, and we're excited about the remaining few weeks of summer, although in Florida we feel like it's summer year round. So thank you all. Take care.